Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ivy Madness. Right now, we're excited to be joined by the top-seeded Princeton Tigers. Joining me is head coach Carla Berube, guard Caitlin Chen, forward Ellie Mitchell, and forward Chet Nowecki. We'll start with some opening comments from Coach and then get into some questions from the media. For the media, if you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll bring a microphone over to you. Please state your name and affiliation prior to asking the question. Coach, welcome to Ivy Madness, and the floor is yours.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks everyone. Really excited to be here. Feel very fortunate to be back at Ivy Madness. Thank you to the Ivy League for hosting again, and for Columbia for actually having us here on your campus. Looking forward to tomorrow afternoon's game with Penn. Clearly a opponent that we've gotten to know quite well recently. Looking forward to just a great weekend of women's basketball at a really high level. Excited to be here with these three seniors and captains and just really great leaders that we've put together a great season, and just looking forward to our game tomorrow afternoon.
Hey everybody. Carla, for you, how is it playing this team again, having just played them, kind of a familiar setting for you guys in Ivy Madness, and what is most challenging about defending that kind of big three that they have with Gail and Almquist and Obi?
I think it is challenging. Third time, and we're all playing each other for the third time, but have just seen them on Saturday. But I think we both know each other really well inside and out, and you can't have the same exact game plan. You can't be defending things in the exact same way. Obi and Almquist and Gail, and they have a lot of great players, and I think Mike does such a great job with his team, very well coached, and it's going to be a tough game, and hopefully we're playing at our best. That's what you want to be doing right now, is playing your best basketball of the season. So I think you can't just focus in on one of them, because they're all able to go off offensively. Looking forward to the challenge.
Should I keep going? You want to go? Caitlin and Chet, I want to ask you about Ellie for a second. I know you've gotten a lot of Ellie questions this season, so let me switch up. Just what comes to mind from recent practice, recent game, as the most ridiculous rebound she's gotten?
I think the ones that she sees the ball, she's tracking it, and she is getting it, but as she gets it, she's getting pushed to the ground and almost falling out of bounds. I think those ones are the craziest to me, because somehow she's still able to stay in bounds and outlet it to Caitlin or something. I think it's those ones that really, I'm like, wow, how did she get that?
Yeah, I also love those ones, and I try to get in a spot where she can see me, but most of the time she can't really see me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, she can hear me, but she can't really find me. I think there was one in the Penn game where she had 3 Penn girls surrounding her, and I was at the top of the key. I was just like, over here, Ellie. But yeah, she amazes me every day. So.
Ellie, I'll kind of let you respond here. I know you're getting close to that Princeton rebounding record, and I was thinking back to your freshman year, you playing with Bella. That's an amazing combination right there. I know you came into Princeton already an elite rebounder, but is there anything you learned from Bella about rebounding in that first year?
I think what was really impressive about Bella was just how strong she was with the ball, right? Bella was always the best player on the court, and so she had all those people around her, and she always stayed very calm and composed, and she found her teammates really well. So I think that was definitely something I tried to learn from, and I'm really lucky, like they say, when I get a rebound, my teammates are moving like that, and they're relocating, and they're really great at telling me where they are, even if I can't see them. And they do it with, 1 second ahead of when I get the ball. That way it's easy to kind of get it out quickly and get us another shot. It was really fun to get that 1 year playing with Bella, kind of learn from her.
Let's one more and kick it to you. Carla, over the years, like really your whole tenure here, something that stood out to me is just like how consistent your teams are, always ready to play. And I know that's a tough thing in a long season. What do you kind of attribute that to? Is that something you can practice or prepare for? Like, what do you chalk that up to?
Why are you guys laughing? I think if you expect your team to be consistent in games, you have to be consistent in practice. So I think I expect them to be working at a high level every single day, whether it's in lift, whether it's a preseason workout, or it's a practice. If you're stepping on the court or you're stepping in the weight room, you're giving it your all. So that level, I think they just know when it comes to game time, you need to be locked in, you need to be ready, we need to be prepared. And we try to prepare them, my staff and I try to prepare them as much as we can to be ready for X, Y, and Z. But also, I think in preparation, I think like they communicate really well with each other, because you just don't know what's going to happen in a game. You can't. There's not a blueprint for every game, and I think because they communicate well and they really rely on each other. No matter what is thrown at them, they can get through it. And so I think that's the way we practice. It's the way we play, and that's I think why we're mostly prepared for every game.
Rob Brown, Ivy Hoops Online. Coached another great season. A lot of the bracketologists have you all as an at-large bid if you don't make it through with the automatic bid. Is that a comforting thought? Is that something you just ignore as a team, like it doesn't even exist?
Yeah, I don't think that's something we're thinking about. I think the only thing on our minds right now is to win an Ivy League tournament championship. And if it doesn't happen, chips will fall where they fall. But that's certainly not the goal. That's certainly, we want that AQ.
And you talked about the challenges of playing Penn earlier. Can you talk about the challenges of Columbia and Harvard as well?
Yeah, I mean, they're all the teams here are great, are challenging. I think Harvard now having all their players back and healthy, and I think Carrie does a tremendous job with that team. They have great toughness, a lot of scoring punch as well, with Harmony Turner and Katie Krupa and Elena Rodriguez, and it goes down the line, and they play tough defense. And then Columbia, of course, we've had a couple great battles with them, this season, and I think Coach Griffith, Megan's done a great job with them. Losing what they lost last year and coming back with another really, really tough, stellar team. It's a challenge, and our focus is definitely on Penn, but hopefully you get to play on Saturday for a championship, and I think we'd feel really fortunate to be playing in that game against one of those great opponents.
And for the players, I know when other teams come to Jadwin, it's a unique experience, and they have a lot of challenges playing in the gymnasium. For all three of you, what's the unique aspect of playing in Levian?
I think the biggest thing is, Jadwin's unique in the sense, right, it's really big and open, there's a lot of open space, and so we have large capacity, and when you come here, it's no matter what game it is, it's always really packed, and it's a very loud atmosphere. So obviously that's something we're very cognizant of. We practice, communicating even more. But you're always gonna have that, sixth player on the court with all the fans. But it makes it that much more fun as well, especially being tournament time.
Yeah, I mean, Ellie explained it really well.
Yeah.
Great. I guess for all three of you also, now that's the final go around in Ivy Madness, what are your thoughts in this last weekend of league play?
I think it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, there are 4 really great teams here, and I think there are going to be some great battles, and it's going to be a lot of good competition this weekend. So, I mean, personally, I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm sure they are too.
Yeah, just really excited to be here, face Penn tomorrow, and just looking forward to finishing that game strong and hopefully moving on.
Thank you.
Frick Weber, IvyLeague.com. for the players, what's it like being here? Coach mentioned best basketball of the season, but you're probably the most tired of the season right now. So, how are you ladies? What's the vibe of the team? And maybe as seniors, what's your kind of role heading into this?
Yeah, obviously the basketball season is a very long season, but at the same time, it's an honor to be here, and this is, each year we have our goals that we're working towards, and so as the year comes to an end, like, for us seniors, it's the end of our time, so we want to stretch our play as long as we can. I think, everyone's in the same boat with it being a long season, so you kind of just push that aside. Our trainers take great care of us. Our staff, they make sure we're in good shape and ready to go. So, it's just a great opportunity to be here. We're excited, and, it never gets old, so we're hoping, to have some success.
It is a long season, but I feel like this is the part everyone's looking forward to and the most exciting part. So I think that sort of gives you the extra boost and energy you need.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've worked all season in order to be where we are right now. So I think we're just hoping to finish strong, play our best basketball this weekend.
And another one, what's it almost like playing opponents that, while you know so well, they know you so well too? As in like, oh my gosh, they're doing that again, or what's that like?
It's definitely a challenge, but it's also fun, for like the seniors, we've been playing some of these people for 4 years, and so it's kind of cool to see, how in each game, each year, how they try and kind of adapt and try and stump you. Definitely, like you said, can be a little frustrating, but again, like it makes it all that more fun. And, we're trying to do the same thing. But it'll be exciting to see, what gets thrown at us. We're always, preparing, trying to be ready for that.
Yeah, Coach sort of talked about it. It's a great challenge. Everyone sort of adjusts throughout the game, and there probably will have to be like in-game adjustments, but it all comes down to our own communication and talking within ourselves.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better. Couldn't have said it better.
Thank you very much, everyone. Coach, Ellie, Caitlin, and Chet, thank you very much as well, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.